plain paper reels in the back of this truck are about to get turned into tomorrow's news. But how do they do it? News International is one of Britain's biggest printing operations. It produces 4 titles and up to 31 million newspapers and magazines a week. These guys are called Automatic Guided Vehicles, or AGVs for short. Think of them as R2-D2's great-great-granddaddy. They move around a pre-programmed route, delivering newsprint to the insatiable printing presses. The newsprint comes into docking stations or wheel stands directly beneath the press itself. On the leading edge of the reel, there's a connector called a kite. The operator hooks the kite to a chain that will pull the reel right into the press through a forest of rollers that wind it into a complex pattern called the web. The operation looks simple. It isn't. Getting the web's tension right is crucial.
If it's too slack, what you'll find is the web will wander and will cause us anything like a jam. We could have jam up or a web break. Or if, again, the paper's too tight, it just snaps straight out on us. So we need to keep it balanced.
In another part of the building, the noise level is lower, but deadlines are tight and the business is pressured. This is the plate room. Here, the page layouts are formatted in a way the presses can read. The layouts come in as computer files. Giant laser scanners etch a faithful copy of the layouts onto aluminium plates. But here's the catch. For a full-colour newspaper, you need 5 plates for each page. And that means creating an awful lot of plates.
Generally, we make over 4,000 plates a night.
And if the plates were to get mixed up,
there'd be one great big mess.
As the plates are loaded onto the presses, another part of the printer's dark art is revealed. Plates don't print directly onto the page. Instead, they print onto another cylinder, and it's this second cylinder that does the business. As the city gets ready to go to bed, the printers go to work. The presses run at high speed. They get through a 16-kilometre long reel of newsprint every 20 minutes, and that means feeding fresh reels into the presses on the run. So how do they do it? Like a relay race, as one reel is running out, a second reel is starting to spin. At the last moment, a splicer cuts the outgoing reel and gums it onto the front of the new reel. So fast, you can barely see it. Without so much as a twitch, the presses keep rolling. So far, the presses are printing onto a single roll. But this machine funnels the reel down towards a blade that cuts and folds the page into this, a row of neatly folded newspapers. Each newspaper now finds itself on an intricate switchback called a gripper conveyor. You might think they'd be headed for the dispatch bay, but you'd be wrong. Have you ever wondered how the sports section, the comics, the fashion supplements all get inserted into the main body of the newspaper? It's a job so big and so fast it could never be done by hand. Instead, machines do it with incredible precision. The supplements have been printed and stored on giant 2.5-metre diameter drums. The main newspaper, the so-called live copy, heads along the conveyor towards a machine called an insertion bin. The drum begins unfolding the supplements. just the right moment, the two meet. A robotic arm literally slides the supplement into the newspaper, so precisely that a particular page number can be chosen as the point of entry. It's a roller coaster ride for newspapers. It's now almost time for the morning edition to hit the streets. The papers are stacked and bundled 25 at a time, loaded into trucks and shipped out. The night's work is almost at an end. Come the morning and the daily news is in someone's hand. Strange to think that in a few short hours this newspaper's journey will begin all over again.